Collective, they are watching you. Someone from your past is watching you inspire so many other people. And they are realizing that they didn't reject you, they abandoned, they sacrificed their spot. Okay. Your energy, as I'm tapping into the collective's energy, feels so fearless. Okay. There is a fearlessness that you have that is, to many people, showing up magical, okay? Because it's deeply rooted in this ability you have to remain optimistic, to remain hopeful in the toughest of situations. Okay. It's giving that you are very gifted, divinely gifted at adjusting to your environment. Okay. You adjust to your environment and you find the silver lining in whatever situation is presented to you. You're showing up as this Ace of Cups energy here. Okay. This Ace of Cups energy. The purple octopus is giving me royalty. There's something very royal. There's something very powerful about your love and the energy of your love. Now, this is you offering your love possibly to other people, maybe in a small circle, maybe or at your job, maybe in your family, maybe you are, showing up in social media and you're a content creator and people are really inspired by what you present to them. Okay. But this energy that you are in, there's also this energy of this overflow of reciprocated love coming back to you. Okay. You're very protected. Your heart is very protected, but you're not emotionally shut down, right? Though you've been through some things, though you've carried some burdens, it feels like someone in the collective, your emotional burdens have been lifted, all right? Your emotional burdens have been lifted. We also have the Ace of Wands. This is inspiration. This is inspiration that you possess and inspiration that you ignite, you activate in other people. It feels like you've done something that feels kind of like you went down uncharted territory. You chose your path, you went the way that felt good for you, the way that felt right for you. And because of that, whatever you faced on that journey or whatever you've been facing in your relationships with people from the past, whether it be family, past ex lovers, whether it be, ex friend group, whatever the case may be, whatever was presented to you that challenged you, because it was your journey, you remain fearless in adjusting and becoming what you needed to become to remain an overcomer. We also have the action of wands here. So this is not just you being inspired within your own self, within your own life. This is you taking that inspiration, and with both of the sun energy that is on this card, you are now taking that inspiration that you have within you and you are presenting it and revealing that to other people in a way that is aiding them to find their own inspiration. Okay. Now, there is this past energy. Okay. Someone who may be in a bit of regret. Now, this feels like family to me. Um, Maybe someone that you grew up with, could be a longtime friend that you've known since you was a child, but it could be also siblings. It could be a parent, okay? But it could be multiple people in a family dynamic. Definitely past energy. Um, this person feels like they're kind of sitting in some remorse now. They're sitting in some regret because what I'm picking up is that they try to weaponize their absence. And I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because you went down a path. Maybe they don't believe what you believe. Maybe they don't think the way you think. Maybe they wanted you to stay playing it small for some reason. And you was like, nah, why should I do that when I'm loaded down with benefits? Like, play small for what? Right? But they may have wanted to keep you on some sort of a leash here, but it feels intentional. We also have the action of cups. This is them in the reverse, not showing up for you. This is them choosing to be absent, This is them choosing to be unreliable. This feels intentional. Okay. Like they took some past actions that were intentional, or they chose not to take certain past actions that was intentional. Okay, so if you had been going through some things, if your life was challenged or you were pressed in some way, this person intentionally chose to kind of turn away from you, maybe at the hardest time of your life. All right, it feels like they wanted to force their will. We have the Four of Swords here. Maybe they thought that that was a good idea. Maybe they thought that that would kind of bring you back into the fold. It feels like now that they are watching you inspire so many other people, they now have to go back to the drawing board. They're sitting in deep contemplation, thinking a lot about their past actions or the lack thereof. Okay. So we're going to get into this energy. Welcome in, family. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for returning back to spend a little bit of time with your girl. I appreciate all of my Soul Tribe, Starseed family, returning subscribers. And I appreciate those of you who are here for the first time. All right, y'all. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. We have an Aries here. You could be an Aries, this individual, or an individual that this reverberates with you for could be an Aries, all right? Could be a Leo or a Sag, okay? Because I'm picking up, even with that one card, like sun energy, fire energy, okay? Your willpower, what you think you know about, do it your own way. And so this individual, there could have been, unbeknownst to you, a clashing that was taking place, because what I'm seeing here is two, like a clash here. What you think you know about, this is the individual in your past who thought they knew something about you, who thought that they knew what you were capable of and what you weren't capable of. But then what I also see in your energy is do it your own way. And right, so this was a clash here. Okay, whether you knew about it or not, they were clashing with you because it feels like they had already predetermined what you were capable of and what you were not. And I feel like they're learning a hard lesson about that. Okay, clarify the Ace of Cups, Spirit. Ace of Cups, collective's energy with this Ace of Cups. Oh, journey. We have the journey. Mm. You've gone on this journey, and it's brought you to this new beginning, because we're looking at the number 10, which is a new beginning. Okay, now I know a lot of people deem the number 10 to be an ending, but for me, the number 9 is completion. When you get back to the 1, okay, we're at a fresh start, a new beginning. This is new connections you're making, new collaborations you're making, new love, even whether it be romantic, whether it be new people being added to your friend circle that align with you, that share the same values as you. This is, you have made some journey and you are now at this point of new beginning. And this is a new beginning that was pre-given and predestinated for you. Okay, this was predestined for you to experience this new beginning, which is why, although you may have felt these past people or this past person trying to kind of like pull you back, or if it's not a pull you back, it's like they tried to create a narrative where wherever they are energetically is where you are. It's like a copycat, but it's like they wanted you to be a carbon copy of their energy, but their energy is deeply rooted in fear. Okay, so there's a misalignment there, and I don't know if you saw this or if you just trusted your intuition, you trusted in your individuality, you stood on your individuality, and you decided to go down the path that the divine has for you, that is predestined for you. Okay, clarify, yeah, with the perfect match pathway. It's like they wanted you to be on their path with them, which would have been cool if y'all was aligned energetically. But you're not aligned energetically. You weren't aligned energetically. Okay, um because they are clearly manipulative, and maybe have attempted to institute some sort of control factors here in your life, and that is all out of fear. But you're showing up here fearless, and so whatever fears they were projecting, you have completely demolished and destroyed those fears because they weren't yours. Clarify the Ace of Wands, Spirit. This is new budding. Something is budding for you. Something is springing forth for you. Okay. We have lasting love. This is your true love. So, whatever this is that you are inspired by, this is something that you love doing. This is you finding your heart's desire and activating your life and structuring your life around your heart's lead, your heart's passion. Okay. Um, you love whatever this is. You are deeply inspired by whatever this is. This brings you a lot of satisfaction, a lot of joy. All right. Tell us more, Spirit. I'm telling you. Now, this could be a new relationship. This could you be preparing to move into a relationship. This could be that you have already moved into a connection with somebody else. But I feel like this is about the harmony between your masculine and feminine aspect. That's what I really feel like this is about. And because you have brought harmony and you have rooted yourself in a harmonious relationship in both your masculine and feminine aspect, you are tapping into this overflow of inspiration and creativity. Clarify the action of wands. So you're taking action on this, out of this energy, out of this love, and out of this inspiration. You're now showing up to others, and your light is beaming. I mean, people can see it, they can feel it, they can sense it, and it's undeniable. Okay. Clarify the action of wand, Spirit. Imprisonment. Mm. So you are like, do you see how this mouse is wow, Spirit. Okay, this person is behind bars, right? And this mouse is not. But technically, well, we're going to say the mouse is not behind bars. What Spirit is kind of showing me with this is that this mouse is now informing this prisoner how to get out of cages, right? So what I'm seeing is like this mouse has escaped from its own imprisonment. Maybe it was a laboratory rat. Maybe it was, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's stuck up in there and it knows a little secret hole and a way to get out. But it feels like this mouse is informing this prisoner of how to get out of prison. Okay. Now this feels mental. This feels about like the mental body. So your inspiration is now giving people the key to their own path of escaping, their own mental prisons, right? You're inspiring people and it is setting them free because you're giving them like the code, you're giving them the strategy, you're showing them the loophole, the crack in the wall, right? Like, and that's not to, compare, you know what I mean? You to a mouse, but that is metaphorically what this is given to me. Your inspiration is inspiring someone, people in general. This could be your family, right? They are now inspired. As they watch you inspire others, they are now inspired. So now they are a part of the others, okay? Which is not supposed to be their spot. They sacrifice close proximity. You may have always been this way, but they sacrificed it because they didn't want to believe in it. They didn't want to receive that inspiration. They didn't think that because you are who you are, that you had any inspiration to give them. Mm. The need for control and obsession with a power struggle. See, there is a power struggle here, a perceived power struggle that they had that you didn't have. This is a perceived power struggle on their end. Defend, accept, let your feelings tell you how to. Clarify imprisonment, Spirit. I did take that Pluto out, that Pluto card. Oh, okay. Material attachment. This could be definitely a mother figure or a mother, okay? Could be an aunt, could be just somebody that, feels like they have some sort of say so, is what I'm feeling like, say so. This mother figure could have wanted you to, continue to go down the direction she wanted you to go down. This could also be something about some sort of material attachment. Too much focus on visible trappings. Mm. It feels like you are now also showing up very nurturing, okay? In this mother energy, no matter how old you are, because your energy feels inspiring by way of love and compassion and kindness and a wisdom that is given to you by spirit and by the things that you've learned on this journey thus far. So um you're helping people see you're helping people see the matrix, right? You're helping people see where they are being held back or held in by their physical reality, and you're inspiring them to find ways to get out and from behind these physical trappings. Your energy is very light, it's very bright, okay? Tell me about this Six of Cups. Now, is somebody here in the past that wanted to maybe try to place some sort of control over you, or they felt the need to try to control something? Clarify this Six of Cups in reverse, Spirit. This could be an older sibling, could also be a parental figure, a father, a mother, could be a soulmate, someone who was supposed to be your soulmate, or maybe they were, but maybe they were karmic. Okay, it happens. Um, this could be a friend as well, who was a soulmate or who is a soulmate. Okay, but it feels like they tried to control the dynamic of the connection in a way that you may have been faced, whether intentionally or consciously or subconsciously, faced with the decision to have to choose you, to have to choose you. Okay, you have found your romantic counterpart, is what that card says, but this doesn't have to be romantic. This could just be someone that you were deeply bonded to. We have this Leo again here. Now it says self-confidence to create, taking a chance on, resulting from the impressiveness of. So now this person is very impressed with you in some way, and they may feel like, damn, like I was supposed to be in that spot, right? Even if it's not like intense soulmate energy, is giving me the soulmate as far as like being in union, being in harmony, being aligned with you. This person may be also coming to the realization that it wasn't you that needed to stay following them. It was them that needed to maybe follow you. Follow you. Maybe you could have shown them how to, you know, master certain things that would allow them to tap into the fearlessness that is within them that maybe they have not uncovered yet. So this power struggle that they had was really with themselves. Okay. Clarify the action of cups in reverse. House. Mm. Now they may not have come to support. They may not have come to, be someone that you could rely on. They may have pulled back their energy. They may not have showed up for you because they felt like they were more stable than you at that time. Tell me more. Love language, gift giving, divine timing. Mm. So they didn't reciprocate something here. They chose not to reciprocate something. Mm. Or maybe they felt Because if you were kind of like going through your process and you were going through your healing journey and you were evolving, maybe they didn't show up because they feel like you didn't have anything that you could give them, because they may have felt like they were more stable than you, maybe emotionally stable, maybe spiritually stable, whatever this is, but they may have felt like you didn't have anything to offer them. But now we have freedom and divine timing. Okay, so I feel like there was a reason the divine wanted to maybe separate you from this person's energy, because it feels like maybe you didn't know that there was this secret power struggle that they were executing, or this control that they were attempting to execute. You may have just been kind of minding your business, going through your thing, still thinking that this person is, on your side in some capacity, even though they're not showing up. And after a while, you may have realized, okay, something in the milk ain't clean, but you continued to stay focused on what the divine had put before you. You continued to be rooted in the idea that this is your journey, your life, and your path, and you have something to offer. You have more to give to yourself, more to receive for yourself, more to share with others, right? It's like you refuse to settle. And I don't know how long you have been in a connection, and this could be family. Okay. So there's that. But you don't need to settle just because they're family. You feel me? Like, you don't need to shortchange yourself because they didn't see the value that you held. So this person may have felt maybe even better than you. It's given a little bit like smug, maybe even nice, nasty. Like they were drip dropping their communication, their attention, and then it just maybe even went cold because they didn't feel like you had anything to offer them. Hmm. Clarify the Four of Swords here. The whole time, Spirit is saying there was a plan in place to actually, if this may have been a karmic soulmate, family, friend, lover, otherwise. And there was a need in this lifetime to bring a freedom and a liberation. This was the time, this lifetime was the time for you to actually be severed from this soulmate, this karmic soulmate. And if this is a friend, it may have taken you a while to see that this friend was karmic. Okay. Now, this does feel like a friend that you've known for a long time. This doesn't feel like somebody you just met at Hooters the other day. Okay. This is somebody you've known for a while, damn near all your life, is what I just heard. So, clarifying the Four of Swords, we have memento, a gift from someone special. Oh, so now they want to bring you a gift. Wow. And now they're seeing that you were the gift. Now they're remembering. Maybe they have something that you gave them that is physical, that they're kind of attaching them, like they might be sleeping with. I don't know, it could be anything, an article of clothing, it could be a picture, it could be, something you gave them maybe for their birthday, you know what I mean, or something that maybe they brought back with them on a vacation that the two of you went on, a little trippy trip, or maybe this is their memories. Mm. Their memories. They're remembering exactly how special you are and you've always been. But now they're observing it. See, they were too close for comfort, right? They had too much access to you and they took it for granted. And now that they are observing you give those same offerings, that same love, that same cup of kindness, that same cup of wisdom and spiritual inspiration to other people, now they're remembering that they used to be a little bit closer in proximity to you, and that they could get this from you, like, one on one. They could spend time and kick it with you, and just in conversation you helped them in so many ways, but they didn't see it because they wanted to own it. They wanted to control it. So it's not that they didn't see it, it's just they sacrificed it out of their own fears of losing it, maybe, but then they ended up losing it anyway. So then it's kind of like self fulfilled prophecy there. Clarify momentum, memento, main female. Mm, yeah. If this, like, I don't know who this is, but this was your ace boon coon, okay? This was the person that you were down with like four flat tires, all right? This is the person that, I don't know who this is, but this is somebody you were very close to, maybe too close to. And there may be a lot of things that you have helped them with, just in being in close proximity, but maybe now that there has been this divinely orchestrated distance put between the two of you, ironically, you may be able to actually help them more. Okay? You may be actually able to help them more. Mm. Let's see. Where we going, Spirit? Some affirmation here. So, it's kind of, yeah, I want to get a creatrix awakened because this is the energy you give me. If you are reverberating with this message, very powerful, inspiring energy, okay? And you definitely are a creatress, okay? Definitely awakened. Let's see what you are awakening to, or you have awakened to. Spirit, what do you want the collective to know? You really stepped into your own light, is what I'm hearing Spirit say, okay? All right, let's see here. Yeah, you've stepped into your own light. Very hopeful, very optimistic. With these emotional burdens being lifted off of you, whether it was the burdens of disconnection, or many connections that may have been reflecting to you this similarly, you know. But this feels like this is one person that you really were connected to. Okay. Oh, this is the first time this one's come out. I choose conscious creation. Mm. Is that the golden egg? That's the golden egg, I think. Let's see. Let me get the book. 12. You're definitely very fertile energy. Very fertile energy. Let me see. Number 12, 27. I choose my path is worthy, conscious creation. Creatrix Awaken activates you to see everything through the lens of deliberate creativity. This card invites you to intentionally bring more self awareness to everything you do and reminds you that your life is a collection of an infinite number of small creative acts, fueled either by love or fear. Mm. And see, there's the parallel right there. This person operated in fear while you occupied the vibration of love. And that's confirmation because I think I said that at the beginning through spirit, okay? Remember to choose wisely. Slow down to connect with your highest emotions. Create intentionally to cultivate more love, compassion, and gratitude in everything you do. And your consciousness will expand exponentially. You are ready to express your powerful inner creator. Now is the time to birth into existence all that is waiting to take on the physical form, your dreams, your visions, ideas, and projects. You are ready to alchemize fears and create from a place of abundance and infinite possibilities. This card invites you to bring more joyful creativity into your life. In moments of struggle, adopt creative thinking. simplicity and playfulness to find ease. Find ways to use playful creativity to spark innovative solutions to your problems. Solutions will flow with greater ease from the awakened core. Embrace the therapeutic nature of creative arts and seek opportunities for expressing the voice of your soul. You are called to re envision yourself by stepping outside of your comfort zone. Draw, paint, even if you think you don't have the skills. Sing, even if it's off tune. Write, even if you are not a writer. Dance as if no one is watching. Honey Hush, that was juicy. That was juicy. That was food for the soul right there. I don't know what y'all think. That was juicy. Like a good old ribeye. Mm. I don't know what y'all think, but let me know in the comments, collective. This is beautiful energy, okay? Let me know how it reverberated for you. Thank you again, Soul Tribe Starseed family, for spending some time with your girl. Appreciate your presence always. Appreciate your support. Every comment that you leave. Thank you for the super thanks. All right, I appreciate it as well. If you are a new viewer, come here. Let me holler at you real quick. I don't know how you feeling in your spirit, but I feel like we got a thing going on. You know what I mean? I feel like you might want to click the subscribe button so you don't miss your girl. And then I ain't got to miss you. Okay? So click the subscribe button, join the tribe, be a part of the family, and make sure you turn on your notification bell, fam, so you will know when I'm back with another message. I do premieres on all my messages, and you can be a part of the community that we're building here. It's a beautiful community. Okay? I try to, watch over my community because I don't like when them little slithery ones get up in there. But nevertheless, all is well, all is welcome, okay? If anybody is in need of a personal reading, my information is in the description. You'll see the link. It'll take you to my website where you can book. My books are always open. When you get to the website, scroll down just a little bit and you will see a two-step process, okay? Make sure you do both steps. All right. It just expedites the process a lot faster. I don't have to hunt you down and ask you what you want me to read because you filled out the form. It comes right to my inbox and I can respond to you. Now, if you have booked a reading with me, and let's say the last 4, 5 days, 6 days maybe, and you have not received an acknowledgement to your booking, it may be because I don't have the information that I need. So you may have not either filled out the second half of the form on the website, or by some technical issue it didn't come through. So please reach back out to me, preferably not through the email, but preferably through the website. Let me know that, hey, I paid, this is my name, and I will look you up and find your transaction, okay? And then I will send you back an acknowledgement and then put you on the schedule to read you, all right? So please be mindful of that, okay? Family, like, share, hype it up if you have one to spare. I appreciate it, all right? And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.